Hari Om, dear brothers and sisters in devotion. Each day brings us closer to the grace of the Lord when we spend it in the remembrance of His holy name. Today, let us sit with a humble heart and open mind, ready to absorb the nectar of wisdom left behind by saints. Life often places us in situations where we begin to question and over-scrutinize our sadhana, our guru, even God's grace. But the saints gently remind us that too much questioning weakens faith. Let us reflect today on the truth that scrutiny should not be done beyond a limit. Scrutiny should not be done beyond a limit. You should try to make God your own. If you continue this effort dispassionately, you will certainly receive the grace of Sadguru. If you try to practice under compulsion the sadhana advised by the Sadguru, and if the thoughts continue unchanged, then how can you experience the love of God? We complain that after having worked hard for some 5 years and keeping away from the temptation of sense objects, we still find no experience. Then the tempo of the sadhana slows down and faith gets diluted. We must have profound faith that whatever happens is according to the Sadguru's will and inspiration only. We forget that God alone generates love in sadhana. The whole effort will be of no avail if we start feeling proud that from the earlier stage of doing nothing, now we are practicing at least some sadhana. Some people achieve success immediately on dedicating themselves at the feet of the Sadguru. But how can we allege that the Sadguru is partial? One must examine where one has gone wrong. Till now we wished to take to Nama but could not do so. Now that we have started the practice of nama-smarana, why should we not regard even this change as His grace? Man must have patience in Prapancha. We should have no fears if we are in continuous remembrance of God. Too critical scrutiny results into a loss. What is the fruit of entire learning? Whatever we like, we follow without scrutiny, and whatever we don't want to do, we scrutinize it hypercritically. Critical scrutiny should be only up to a limit. If continued beyond it, we do not understand what we talk. In spite of the modern amenities that have helped man to travel with speed on water or in air, he is becoming more and more discontented every day. This is not true progress. Whatever be the circumstances and whatever be the times, we can remain blissful. If we look back, we shall find very little which we can claim as done by us. We should not therefore worry about the circumstances. We should do our duty and not allow our vritti to be affected. We shall achieve everything if we establish firm faith in the doership of Rama. Among the 63 Nayanmars, the life of Naminandhi Nayanar beautifully mirrors today's teaching. He was a humble devotee of Lord Shiva, who served the Lord with deep sincerity, performing abhishekam and puja in the temple daily. Once the villagers began questioning him. They scrutinized his every action. Why does he spend so much time in worship? Why is he using resources for temple offerings instead of family duties? Their excessive questioning did not just disturb him, it could have shaken anyone's faith. But Naminandhi Nayanar did not argue or justify himself. Instead, he silently continued his worship with faith that the Lord was the true witness of his devotion, and the Lord indeed revealed his grace. Shiva appeared and accepted his puja, showing to all that sincere devotion needs no justification, and that over-scrutiny only blinds us from seeing true bhakti. The saint's life reminds us that, just as excessive questioning leads to confusion, steadfast faith and devotion bring the Lord's grace without fail. This is the essence of today's Pravachan, not to lose faith by examining everything too critically, but to surrender with patience and love. Dear devotees, the path of devotion is not meant for endless debate or doubt. It is meant for practice, surrender, and trust. Let us not waste our energy in over-scrutiny, but instead place our whole heart in Nama and in the lotus feet of God. May the life of Naminandhi Nayanar inspire us to move forward with firm faith, humble devotion, and the assurance that the Lord's grace flows unceasingly to those who trust Him. Let us chant His name and walk in peace. Hari Om.